Welcome to Watercolors with Jaylene, and thank you for joining me today. So I'm kind of having a little bit of a mental block and not sure really what to paint or create or even think about. And a lot of times when that does happen, I just sit down with a piece of paper and I typically will start painting just flowers. They're like my go-to relaxation type of ideas. And so I'm starting off with a full sheet of paper today, and I am just going to start painting some flowers, you know, my go-to, as I said, and nothing real specific, and I'm using a number 14 brush, and probably what I'll use through most of this. We'll see. I might switch it up a little bit. And to do this, it's, you know, just, I like to do 5 petals. I'm all about the odd number. And you can see I'm just kind of scribbling some really cute petals on here. And I like to make them a little bit wispy on the ends. And so I'm gonna be pretty much putting all different colors into this today, just to have some fun with it. And see what we come up with. If it doesn't turn out good, then you won't be seeing this video. Is kind of how I feel. So, you know, anytime that you feel like you want to paint but you aren't sure what to paint, flowers are always the go-to. You know, they're just fun. There's no set look that you have to have. And you can do so much with them. So many different designs, so many different shapes, colors. And, you know, just there's no end to it. Okay. And I'm doing very large ones, so when this is done, I'm not even sure. I'll probably stick it in a drawer with a lot of other projects that I have that I've completed and not sure what to do with. I think we all probably have a few of those laying around, right? I think I'll put a couple more blue in there. This turquoise blue really is probably one of my favorite colors. And I'm going to do just kind of a flower here that is like tucked behind the purple flower a little bit. You can see how I make the petals to the flowers quite wispy. And I think I'll put another partial over here. And it's good practice, you know, to kind of come up with what you do like and don't like. And I'm going to turn this just so I don't smear anything. And it's kind of fun just to play. A lot of times I'm not using this large of a brush, so it is fun to do something a little bit different and see how it turns out. And you can see I'm just kind of, you know, moving the brush around and coming up with some really cute looking flowers. Let's see, we'll put one over here. And this was kind of a fun color. I mixed a little bit of purple with some red to get this color. I think I'll put one right about here. And they're all looking pretty much the same, but just all different colors, and that's the fun part of it. You can kind of just let loose and come up with different color palettes, different sizes And then for the middles, you know, the centers of all these flowers, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Well, this one I got a little crazy with, but I don't think I want them quite that wispy looking. Okay. I'll flip it again. I hope all of this is visible in the camera lens. I hope you're able to see all of it. All right, and I'll put another one of those. Whoops, there's a little hair. That's what happens when you have dogs, right? Always finding a little dog hair somewhere. So I don't know. Everyone has different ideas and things that they do when they are having a little bit of a creative block. So go ahead and put in the comments down below what you do, what your go-to thing is that you like to do or create when you're having a tough time coming up with an idea, something you know, something a little different and original. And I want to get just a little bit more. Well, that was a little too much. And you know what? We can always fix that. Yeah, because everyone has different things that they like to do, or you know, their favorite easy thing that you might sit and doodle or paint, and you know. So I'd like to hear what everyone out there does when they're in this situation. Okay. Then I am going to be putting some leaves in here, probably. That would be a good idea, I think. So I think for the leaves, let me just grab some of my greens. I got a couple of greens here going on. I want to get them mixed up a little bit. And I'm using a Viridian green, which is kind of a lighter, almost aqua green color. Again, just dab in a little bit of the indigo. I couldn't think of the name of it. We'll just kind of see what comes up here. Now that's just a little too dark for what I have in mind. And then for the leaves, I'm just kind of doing some real loose leaves also. And let's put a couple here. I'm going to grab a little bit more of my hooker's green and make them a little greener. Yeah, I think that kind of works a little bit better. And I'm just throwing these all over the place, as long as they're near a flower. I don't want to put too many strokes into these. I kind of want them to be just as loose as the rest of the painting itself. And I don't know, I'm getting a little too sloppy with these leaves. Let's kind of clean it up a little bit here, right? Yeah, that's a little bit better. But there again, I'm just really throwing paint around right now and not real concerned about, you know, making them perfect. So I think I'm going to just take my little angular shader brush here, and for the centers, I guess I'm going to use some indigo. Keep them all kind of dark. So I'm gonna just dot it around a little bit. Kind of see how that works out. And then maybe you can put a few dots around. And with using the same color on all of the centers is what is going to pretty much, I don't know if ground them is really what I want to say, but incorporate and tie them all together. Let me slide this down a little bit and just kind of dot this around. And then if you want to do a few little swoops here and there to make it just a little bit different. And there's the center. You can kind of see how they're all falling together. Just having fun with it. It's just easy, it's mindless, and it's fun. All right, so, oh, there's one more that I need to put the centers in. Okay, so now that I have all the centers in, I have the leaves on there and the flowers painted. I think what I want to do now is just take a Sharpie marker and kind of go around and add a little bit of a detail on some of these flowers. Now I've done this in many videos. I feel like I just drug my hand through something there. You know, to add a little bit of a whimsical touch to the flowers themselves. I actually did this one time on a big sheet of paper and put it in a frame and hung it on a wall. And when my friends were over, I asked them what they thought of it. And my one friend said that it looked like it was wrapping paper. So I took it down. And that's what I love, is the honest critiquing, you know? Puts things into perspective. But I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't sure what I thought about it. So I'm glad she cleared it up for me. There. And you can see how this really gives it a totally different look. So you can do this, or you can not necessarily. You know, it's just, you know, when you have that creative block, just sit down and do something. And a lot of times after you're done, you'll feel better. Sometimes you really love what you've created. Other times not so much. But you know what? It's fun to do. And I think it's good for all of us to sit down and just do something that we enjoy. And have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously, for sure. Okay. And you notice I didn't have any yellow on this. I was kind of thinking about that earlier, that I should put some yellow, because yellow is bright and cheery. But I didn't really find anywhere that I was going to be able to use it. So maybe next time. Next time I have a creative block, I'll pull out the yellow and come up with maybe some sunflowers. They're always a happy flower. Sunflowers or daisies or something like that. Okay, so you can see this actually goes pretty quick. And it's just a lot of fun. So if you're enjoying this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can like the video, share it. That would be great. I appreciate all of the support from all of my subscribers and anyone that stops by to check out and see what I have going on. All right, so and then soon, I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm going to start on just some fun seasonal things. I live on the Gulf Coast of Florida, so it's pretty mild here. You know, the winters are pretty mild, and it is a very beachy area, a little seaside town that actually is growing quickly. But, you know, the old Florida, and so I might even try to incorporate a little bit of the local flair to some of my upcoming videos that I do. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And did that help my creative block? I think it did. And so once I get this all cleaned up, then I will probably be starting on another video that you'll be seeing soon. And I'm really liking these colors together, so I'll see what I can come up with these colors in it, and go from there. But I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, it's just fun to sit and do something like this when you are having a tough time trying to come up with ideas. You know, just get your paintbrushes out and your paper and your paints and sit down, whether you do, you know, squiggle marks, or my go-to is the flowers. But everybody has their own thing. You might like ladybugs or, you know, whatever. And just sit and do it. And, you know, then hopefully it will loosen things up, get your mind going in the creative direction, and you can sit and do even more fun things. So on that note, I'm going to call it a day. And hold on, I did see one little leaf that I missed there. So so now it is complete, and thank you once again for spending a few minutes with me, and until next time, ciao for now.